Hey, welcome to the Pharmacy Leaders Podcast. I'm going to do two episodes. Where are the pharmacist jobs and can pharmacists work as technicians? But let's start with this first episode. Where are the pharmacist jobs? And if you don't know, I just wrote a book, Finding Your Unicorn Job for Pharmacists, which really is about getting towards a job that and career that you absolutely match perfectly with. But let's first talk about what's going on with jobs in the job market. And it really actually starts with the ASHP match. So if you've not been to the page, maybe you weren't in the match. So you say, well, it doesn't matter to me. I didn't even try. But this is what's happening in terms of who's in the job market. Okay, so that's kind of a big part of it. So there's a number of different things that you can look at: the program statistics, the statistics for applicants, and statistics for residencies and programs. But what we want to first look at is what happened in terms of the overall applications. Okay? So the way that the match does the math is they say that someone who withdrew or didn't return any rankings is not actually in the match. So they enrolled, but they didn't participate. And that's a big number. That's 1,300 people when we were talking about the match. So we can't discount them. We want to say, well, what happened to them? So we look at a different document from that same kind of linking page, and we see that 92% didn't obtain a position or didn't put down that they said, okay, well, I got another job. Only 8% did in the PGY1s and 17% in PGY2. So that means that we still have, and I did this on an Excel spreadsheet, we still have about 3,000, nope, that's not the number I want. So that means that we still have 1,246 people that didn't say they got a job. And what I think you should do is actually add that number, 1,246, to the number that didn't match. So 2,215 in we can go back to the other sheet. 2,215 didn't match with 2,115. Shoot. 2,115 didn't match. Why am I getting an extra one? 2,115 didn't match in PGY1, and 258 didn't match in PGY2. And so that's still 3,190 that didn't report they got jobs in PGY1, 429 in PGY2. So about 3,600 people tried to enrolled in the match, but didn't match in some way or another. So when you're talking about totals, it's a little bit unfair to say, well, 3/4 of PGY2s matched and 2/3 of PGY1s matched, when they're taking it out of the number participating rather than the number that enrolled. And why this matters to you is that if you take the 3,619 that didn't say they've got a job, and you look at the number of PGY1s and PGY2s last year, and this is going to be elevated or artificially inflated because that 4,376 from 2018, some of them are going to go on from PGY1 to PGY2. Okay? And so this number is a max number, the max that could possibly need a job afterwards, outside of the match system. But we're talking about 8,000. So about 8,000 people when you add the residents from last year and you add the people that matched or didn't match this year, you're right around 7,995. Okay. So what I asked the tribe is, hey, where are the jobs? Literally, where's the pharmacist job market not saturated? And I keep hearing the same thing, and I put it on my Facebook, Tony Pharm.D1, but I think this one Instagram post, I've got a branding issue. I really need to pick like one name and be the same name across. But I didn't think I'd find myself helping people with jobs. That just wasn't part of my gig. Under memorizing_pharmacology on Instagram, and I'll probably change this back to Tony Pharm.D, I put, where's the pharmacist job market not saturated? I keep getting the same question. And I got that rural areas. I'm on my last APPE at a hospital in Kingman, Arizona that has openings. And I know Sierra Vista, Show Low, and Safford hospitals are looking as well. Metro areas are saturated, but rural areas have a lot of opportunity. And this is especially impactful to me because when I first graduated pharmacy school, I went to Arizona for 4 years, and I worked in the Phoenix Metro in Tempe, which is a suburb just to the east where Arizona State's mothership is. And it seems that I'm hearing that there are jobs in Arizona. So if you want to pick one state where, where do I start looking? Arizona apparently is one of the states to do it in. Where else can you look for jobs? I know APHA has this career center, and it looks like it's open to the public. It doesn't look like you have to be a member to see the job search, but these are preferred, so I'm guessing that they have some kind of special position where they put this up there. But Director of Pharmacyship, Clinical Director of Pharmacy at Yavapai Regional Medical Center in Prescott, and Prescott's a nice place to live. Clinical Pharmacy Manager in Stanford Health in Connecticut, Oncology Pharmacist Supervisor. And this kind of summarizes what I keep seeing is that I'm hearing this acronym come out, the NNG acronym, which is no new grads jobs. So these jobs are not for new grads. They're directorships, they're clinical pharmacy manager positions, they're oncology positions that might need PGY2s. And where the real bottleneck is the new grads. And I'll address this in the next video. But right now, where the pharmacist jobs are, the answer to put it directly is to say they're in rural areas, and specifically Arizona, I know from just the last couple days, has a number of positions. So I'm going to stop that part there. If you want to check out my book, you can. There's always that kind of free preview that you can look inside. And Finding Your Unicorn Job for Pharmacists, Financial Freedom, Flexible Hours, and Personal Fulfillment Beyond the Pharmacy Counter, where I introduce you to 125 different pharmacists. And you can check it out on Amazon Kindle and kind of see a little bit about what I'm trying to do, which is introduce you to a lot of people that have jobs that they really love and hear their stories and what they're doing with this job market.